Young and the Restless spoilers. Chelsea blackmails doctor. Needs Chloe's help to escape. Young and the Restless spoilers now hint Chelsea Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, is so desperate to get out of Fairview that she blackmails her doctor. Then she needs Chloe Mitchell, Elizabeth Hendrickson, to help carry out the rest of her escape scheme. Chelsea has a devious plot in mind. After some convincing, Chloe will jump right into her BFF's latest scheme on the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless spoilers. Chloe Mitchell and Chelsea Newman join forces again. Chelsea Newman has been languishing in the hospital for months. Her doctor is on Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, payroll, and doesn't seem willing to release her anytime soon. He also says Chelsea is not ready to visit her son, Connor Newman, Judah Mackey. So, Chelsea will take matters into her own hands per Young and the Restless spoilers. She has a visit from Chloe and tells her of her woes. After begging for her help, Chloe gives in and agrees to leave her cell phone for Chelsea to use. Chelsea's plot starts with getting Dr. Hedges, Michael Bofshever, to admit on tape that he is being paid by Victor. So, that's why she needs the phone. Young and the Restless scoops hint that the scheme works. Chelsea Newman then has leverage to blackmail the physician to allow her to leave the hospital and go to the park with an orderly. She claims that she wants to meet with Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, outside of the hospital walls, say YNR spoilers. Chloe and Chelsea meet at Chancellor Park. YNR spoiler updates. Instead of meeting with Adam, Chelsea immediately calls Chloe to come to see her. Then, Chloe arrives and they begin to plot their next moves. What will the pretty brunette do to assist her best friend Chelsea? She didn't know how far Chelsea was willing to go to hurt Adam the last time around. However, Chloe will agree to help, this time with her eyes wide open. But how far will she sink on Young and the Restless? Spoilers ask if Chloe again risks her family in the name of friendship. Once Chelsea Newman escapes, she could do something horrible. And Chloe will be left holding the bag. Young and the Restless news. Victor promises revenge. Now that Chelsea has evidence of the doctor and Victor's wrongdoing, what will she do? Young and the Restless spoilers tease that she better not double-cross the mustache. He will play dirty. Especially if she decides to try her blackmail moves on him. He holds all the cards since Adam is in his back pocket. Victor is prepared to make sure Chelsea never sees Connor again per Young and the Restless updates. He can be ruthless. Let's hope Chelsea has enough sense to not try to take on her ex-father-in-law. As her escape nears, watch CBS Daytime to see if Chelsea tries to kidnap her son. Or instead, will she go after Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Adam? She blames them for all of her problems. She is furious. They are happily living their lives. But Chelsea feels like she's the only one paying for her mistakes. Previous spoilers indicate that Missy Egan hinted that something big will happen with her character before the actress exits for her maternity leave. So, brace yourself for some huge drama as Chelsea Newman goes out with a bang. Young and the Restless spoilers can be found on Soap News on Young and the Restless spoilers. Chelsea blackmails doctor. Needs Chloe's help to escape. Face screaming in fear. Genoa City is about to be rocked to its core as one of its most dynamic and troubled residents, Chelsea Lawson Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, makes a breathtaking move to secure her freedom. Trapped in the oppressive environment of Fairview and convinced she is being held there unfairly on the orders of the all-powerful Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, Chelsea is shedding her docile facade and plunging headfirst into a dangerous, high-stakes game. The world-weary socialite is embracing her inner con artist, a side of her that has been dormant but is now roaring back to life. The latest spoilers suggest a plan so audacious, so daring, it could either secure her freedom and reunion with her son, Connor, or land her in a more permanent prison. The target? Her own doctor. The accomplice? Her fiercely loyal, yet constantly conflicted, best friend, Chloe Mitchell, Elizabeth Hendrickson. The con artist rises, blackmailing Dr. Hedges. For months, Chelsea has felt herself languishing under the watchful eye of Dr. Hedges, Michael Bofshever, the physician overseeing her treatment at Fairview. She has long suspected that his care, or lack thereof, is compromised, believing he is secretly on Victor Newman's payroll. Chelsea's paranoia isn't entirely unfounded. When the Black Knight wants something, he ensures it happens, often by greasing the right palms. Victor is determined to keep Chelsea away from Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and, most importantly, away from his grandson, Connor, after her shocking attempt on Ray Rosala's life. Chelsea has been utterly convincing in her feigned recovery and submission, but beneath the surface, a fiery rage has been brewing. The turning point arrives when she realizes that simply following the doctor's orders will never lead to her release. She must force his hand. In a tense, explosive session, Chelsea unleashes her suspicion, accusing Dr. Hedges point-blank of being Victor's flunky and deliberately prolonging her stay. The doctor, confident in his position of authority over a mental patient, scoffs at her claims. It is in this moment that Chelsea delivers the first shockwave. She subtly reveals a small, carefully hidden cell phone, a device Chloe managed to smuggle in during a previous visit, that has been recording their entire conversation. The air freezes. Dr. Hedges' calm, professional mask shatters as he realizes the magnitude of her threat. Chelsea has captured his incriminating admissions on tape, gaining the ultimate leverage. The recording, which would expose his ethical violation and a conspiracy involving Victor Newman, would destroy his career and medical license. The terrified doctor is now completely at the mercy of his most volatile patient. "You can sign my discharge papers, doctor, or I will set fire to your entire career," Chelsea is rumored to demand. Chloe's risky alliance, a pact with the devil. The second phase of Chelsea's escape plan depends entirely on Chloe Mitchell, the friend who has a habit of getting dragged into Chelsea's worst-laid schemes. Chloe has tried to live a straight life with her husband, Kevin Fisher, Greg Rickhart, and their children, but her bond with Chelsea is an unbreakable, often toxic, chain. Chelsea manages to blackmail the doctor into a seemingly innocuous outing, a supervised trip to Chancellor Park, ostensibly to meet with Adam to discuss their son, Connor. It's a calculated move. Instead of meeting Adam, Chelsea makes a frantic, whispered call to Chloe, instructing her to meet her at the park immediately. When they finally meet, the atmosphere crackles with a blend of desperation and danger. Chloe is wary, remembering the last time she helped Chelsea, which ended with Chelsea trying to frame Adam for murder. But Chelsea, using every emotional manipulation trick in her book, begs and pleads, painting Victor as the true villain who is cruelly separating a mother from her child. "I can't be held captive, Chloe. I'm fine, and he's keeping me here. You're my only hope, for me and for Connor." Chloe, whose loyalty is her greatest weakness, is caught in an impossible situation. Can she risk her stable life, her marriage, and her freedom again for her troubled friend? The spoilers scream a resounding yes. Chloe agrees to help, this time going in with her eyes wide open to the depths of Chelsea's deceptions and the potential danger. Chloe is now on the hook, providing safe passage, a place to hide, and maybe even a fake identity, everything Chelsea needs to vanish. The looming threat, Victor's vengeance and Adam's heartbreak. The fallout will be catastrophic. Victor Newman, the undisputed king of Genoa City, will not take this blackmail and escape lightly. Spoilers hint that Victor is already prepared for Chelsea's treachery, having anticipated her breaking point. If Chelsea dares to use the incriminating recording against him, she will discover that she has poked a ruthless bear. Victor holds the ultimate trump card, Connor. He is prepared to use his immense influence to ensure Chelsea never sees her son again if she crosses him. Meanwhile, Adam Newman is set to be blindsided. While he wants the best for his son's mother, he will feel utterly betrayed. Will he protect her from his father's wrath, or will he stand by Victor to secure Connor's safety? This escape is a powder keg ready to explode, promising to unravel the delicate truce between Adam and his family. Conclusion: a mother's desperate gamble. Chelsea's desperate gamble, the blackmail of her doctor and the high-risk recruitment of Chloe, is set to unleash a torrent of drama. This pivotal move is not just about freedom, it's about a mother reclaiming her child and a con artist seeking revenge against those she believes have wronged her. Victor, Adam, and even Sharon Rosales, Sharon Case, whom she blames for Adam's past obsession. Brace yourselves, Genoa City, because this storyline is leading to a massive, shocking exit, confirming that Chelsea Newman will be going out with the biggest, most chaotic bang possible. Watch this detailed review of the storyline, Young and the Restless, Chelsea blackmails Dr. Hedges, Chloe helps escape. This video reviews predictions for the storyline where Chelsea blackmails her doctor and needs Chloe's assistance to escape. Leaving Young and the Restless? Young and the Restless fans ask, is Ashland Locke leaving the CBS soap opera? Is Richard Burgi exiting YNR soon? The media mogul recently announced he has advanced lung cancer and has 6 months to live. So, it would seem he's on his way out of Genoa City. However, he has mentioned the possibility of seeking treatment. So is Ash faking? Will he really die, or will a miraculous cure come his way? Is Ashland Locke leaving Young and the Restless? Ashland Locke appeared in Genoa City as a ruthless businessman. His ugly reputation preceded his arrival. But after his heart attack, he had a change in attitude. Since Ashland is spending time with Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, he has definitely shown his softer side. So, the big question remains. Is Ashland sick, or he is running a scam on Young and the Restless? The New Yorker seems to be showing symptoms of his illness. His coughing fits appear daily. But it could also be an act. As Victoria pushes to merge their companies, Ashland Locke could have something up his sleeve. A hostile takeover of Newman Enterprises would be the perfect way to make Victor Newman, Eric Braden, pay for the fast one he pulled. Victor used Ashland's heart attack to force him to sell his company. So, Ashland Locke could die and leave Young and the Restless. Or something more sinister could be going on. Now, Vicky's in much deeper with him. Victoria and Ashland take it to the next level on Y&R. After weeks of flirting and innuendo, Vicky and Ashland Locke finally hit the sheets on Young and the Restless. Both seem smitten and really into each other. So, if Ashland is lying about his health, he's really going all in. But he is a businessman who is known to be ruthless. So, Ash could be faking his illness to not only get Victoria in his bed, but also into her CEO seat. Per recent Y&R spoilers, he may actually have cancer. But that doesn't mean Ashland Locke is leaving Young and the Restless. Ash has been adamant that he will not seek treatment. But on one occasion recently, he said he might. Now that he and the Newman heir have become more serious, he could decide to see what his doctors can do. Young and the Restless scoops have shown Ashland compliment the Newman CEO on her strong negotiator skills. She could talk him into doing whatever is needed to prolong his life. A CBS insider hints that Richard Burgi signed a 2-year contract with the show. That would mean Ashland Locke isn't going anywhere anytime soon. However, the only official statement is that he's recurring. So, we'll see. Is Richard Burgi leaving Young and the Restless? So is Ashland Locke sick, or is he putting on an act? No matter the reason, he will be around in Genoa City for some time it seems. So, Ash and Vicky could be the next power couple on Y&R. Ashland does really understand the pretty brunette. She would finally have a partner who isn't threatened by her success. Vic has become more ruthless by the minute. She seems willing to do almost anything to get what she wants in business. So Ashland Locke could stick around and continue his romance on Young and the Restless. Or he may be pulling a fast one. That would keep him in town but would likely torpedo his new relationship. Then he would emerge as the villain that has been missing from Young and the Restless. Both Victor and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, have been playing nice for weeks now. So, someone needs to be the big bad. So, let's hope that the Loch Ness Monster hasn't gone soft. Is Ashland Locke leaving Young and the Restless? Let's hope not. Richard Burgi is a skilled actor that chews up the scenery whenever he's on the screen. And he's got great chemistry with scene partner Amelia Heinley. Watch and see if Ashland's plotting, really sick, or both on the CBS daytime drama. Check Soap Dirt Daily to find the hottest Young and the Restless news and bombshell. Is Ashland Locke leaving Young and the Restless? Again. The Loch Ness Monster's reign of terror comes to an abrupt end. Genoa City is reeling this morning from a stunning development that threatens to tear the Newman family apart and send shockwaves through Newman Enterprises. After months of plotting, scheming, feigning illness, and a dramatic, seemingly final exit, rumors are swirling that the infamous Ashland Locke may be leaving the Young and the Restless for good, or at least for now. But given his history, no one in town, or among the viewers, is truly convinced he's gone. Is this the definitive end for the manipulative Loch Ness Monster, or is it just the most spectacular high-stakes fake-out yet? The character of Ashland Locke, a ruthless media mogul turned surprisingly tender, but ultimately still ruthless, husband to Victoria Newman, has been one of the most compelling, controversial, and utterly captivating figures on the canvas since his debut. From his initial terrifying reputation as the Loch Ness Monster to his whirlwind romance with Victoria, his miraculous cancer recovery, and his multiple messy corporate battles with the Newman patriarch Victor, Ashland's presence has been a constant, volatile force. His storylines have been a masterclass in soap opera melodrama, but now, sources close to the production suggest his complex and divisive tenure is reaching its explosive conclusion. The unforgettable saga of Ashland Locke. To understand the magnitude of this alleged departure, one must look back at the Locke saga. The character was originally portrayed by Richard Burgi in 2021, and quickly became an integral part of Genoa City. Burgi's portrayal brought a calculating, yet charismatic edge to the businessman whose supposed battle with terminal cancer paved the way for a shocking merger with Newman Enterprises and a passionate, yet ill-fated marriage to Victoria. The first jolt to the storyline came in early 2022 when Burgi was abruptly let go due to a misunderstanding of the show's stringent COVID-19 protocols. This sudden recast with daytime veteran Robert Newman left fans stunned. Newman stepped into the villain's shoes, seamlessly continuing the complex story of a man whose lies were finally unraveling. It was Newman's Locke who was exposed as a complete fraud, a man who faked his cancer recovery to secure his place at Victoria's side and in the Newman dynasty. The subsequent drama culminated in a spectacular crash, a presumed death, and a desperate cover-up by Victor Newman. The character's actual departure came in mid-2022 when Robert Newman's run concluded with Ashland's dramatic and seemingly fatal confrontation with Nick Newman, followed by a mysterious car crash and Victor's interference. That exit, however, was also left intentionally ambiguous in the purest soap opera tradition. A body found, but enough lingering doubt to keep fans whispering. The whispers in Genoa City. Why now? The core question today is, if Ashland Locke is leaving, why is this news emerging now, given that the character has been off-screen and presumed dead for months? The high-engagement news of today isn't a new departure, but the resurfacing of the dramatic speculation fueled by recent mentions on the show that seem to tie up his loose ends. Sources suggest that the writers have definitively closed the door on any potential resurrection, a move that is, in itself, shocking for a character of his caliber. In the world of soaps, dead often means on vacation, but with the passage of time and the complete shift in Victoria's storyline, the show is signaling that his chapter is finally over. The finality is the new shock. The initial two-part exit, Burgi's firing and then Newman's death storyline, was a masterclass in turmoil. The drama surrounding the actor change was arguably as captivating as the storyline itself. Burgi's candid reveal about the COVID-19 protocol violation, taking the CDC recommended 5 days of isolation instead of the show's stricter 10-day policy, was a rare, unvarnished glimpse behind the curtain of a major network production, causing an enormous fan reaction and an online firestorm of sympathy and controversy. Fan reaction. A divided city. The initial reaction to both exits was, predictably, furious and divided. When Burgi was let go, many fans felt he was unfairly treated, arguing that the decision was too harsh for an accidental misstep, especially given his strong performance. The announcement of Robert Newman, a beloved veteran of Guiding Light, brought a separate wave of debate. Could he fill Burgi's charismatic shoes? Newman, however, won over many skeptics by fully embracing the villainous side of Ashland, taking the character to a dark, desperate place that provided the perfect lead-up to his dramatic demise. Now, the shocking news isn't an announcement, but a sense of finality. It's the realization that one of the most dynamic, high-stakes, and well-cast villains in recent years is truly never coming back. Fans are taking to social media to mourn the loss of a character who provided one of the most exciting, emotionally charged, and plot-twisty narratives in years. Ashland Locke was a classic soap opera villain. You loved to hate him, but you couldn't stop watching. If they truly shut the door, it's a huge loss for Genoa City drama. A longtime fan on a major soap opera message board. The aftermath. What happens to Victoria? The most significant ripple effect of this definitive final exit falls, as always, on Victoria Newman. The fallout from her relationship with Ashland, the lies, the betrayal, and the psychological torment, defined her character for over a year. While she has moved on, the ghost of Ashland Locke's deception is the lingering emotional trauma she must now truly overcome. His definitive absence frees her narrative from his shadow, allowing her to embark on a new era of business and romance, unburdened by the constant threat of his return. Victor Newman, whose entire existence revolves around protecting his children and his company from threats like Ashland, is the other major player affected. The finality of the exit is a major win for the Newman patriarch. He got rid of the problem, and his dark deeds to ensure Ashland's permanent departure are now safe from exposure, allowing him to maintain his carefully curated image of a protective, albeit ruthless, father. The legacy of the Loch Ness Monster. The Ashland Locke storyline, with its two stellar actors, corporate espionage, terminal illness fakery, romantic betrayal, and a dramatic, fiery exit, will go down as one of the most memorable and high-engagement arcs in modern soap opera history. It was a perfect storm of casting drama and on-screen chaos. While the young and the restless viewers may be searching for the latest shocking update on Ashland Locke's fate today, the true shock is the long-ago realization that this monumental character, whose presence was defined by constant threat, has now been truly and permanently vanquished from the Genoa City canvas. Rest in peace, Loch Ness Monster. Your time in Genoa City was brief, but your explosive legacy will endure.